Capture the Flag, love it or hate it, it's back and better than before with a new competitive game mode. A lot of people have been asking how to get to Grandmaster in this new competitive game mode, and today I'm going to bring you the top 10 tips to get to GM in CTF. My name is Nathan and welcome to Blizzard Guys. So I've been playing a lot of CTF as of lately. I got placed in GM, it was a lot of fun. I've been enjoying the game mode quite a bit, but I'm gonna get right into this just before a quick news break. CTF actually did have a nerf. Lucio can't wall ride without dropping the flag. So everything in this video is still relevant. I just wanted to let some of you guys know because I didn't know myself. Anyway, let's get right into these top 10 tips to hit GM in CTF. At number 10, don't run a split comp. I see a lot of players bringing their knowledge from last year when they were playing CTF to run a 3-3 comp, and while this used to work really well last year, this year the rules have changed and this doesn't work as well. What you really want to do is run like a 5-1 comp, 1 person on defense, 5 on attack. The reason for doing this is because whenever the enemy team pushes, if they all push together, you instantly lose that first fight, and it makes it a lot easier for the enemy team to continue barreling in and get the kill on the other 3 defending heroes. You really want to push as a team so that you can out damage all the enemies that you encounter, and if they run a split comp, you're guaranteed an easier win. At number 9, make sure to have a dedicated runner. At the beginning of the match, communicate with your team who is going to pick up the flag and who might back up pick up the flag. This is really important because a lot of players will just rush to try and pick up the flag, and this ends up with a miscommunication error, and you won't be able to deliver the flag quite as easy if you know who was actually going to pick up the flag. A good idea would be to put a tank like D.Va or Hog on runner, just because Lucio can't pick up the flag anymore, since when he wall rides, he will drop it from now on. So tanks that have defensive capabilities and damage absorption capabilities are really good ideas for the runner. At number 8, go for kills on the enemy team's runners. So that seems pretty self-explanatory, but I see a lot of teams not doing it, so I'm going to include it on this list anyway. I mean, it's my list, I can do what I want. So yeah, basically you want to go for kills on the enemy team's either tanks or their Lucio, because Lucio is technically a runner. I mean, he speeds them to and from point, so I'm going to call him a runner. But if you kill the tanks, they don't have a front line, they can't pick up kills, and the tanks are generally going to be a distraction so that the enemy team can pick up kills, which actually brings me to my next point, number 7. Have your tanks be a distraction when you pick up the flag. So if your tanks go in but not necessarily pick up the flag, you have a larger window of opportunity for your runner to go and pick up the flag, or whoever might be running the flag. Also, having the tanks at the forefront of the engagement allows your team to have a safe spot to try and get kills from at the beginning of the team fight. At number 6, if your runner dies, have a tank pick up the flag, even if that tank might not be a runner. Tanks are able to absorb a lot of damage. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. They have a lot of health. They're called tanks. They're going to eat a lot of damage. So if they pick up the flag, you have 2 options afterwards. One, either the tank just tries and delivers the flag and succeeds and makes it and you guys have a point, or your tank is going to die, but the flag is going to be slightly closer. Remember that when you die, you actually just need to touch the flag to pick it up again, and the enemy team has to stand on it for I think 3 seconds to be able to recapture their flag. So if your tank picks up the flag, have your tank go and die in a spot that is safer for you to pick up the flag than your enemy team. So an open area on your side of the map is a good idea to drop the flag at. At number 5, use support ults and defensive ults to take your flag, not offensive ults. So I see the mistake of a lot of players using their offensive ults to get the flag, and while that might be a good idea in some scenarios, generally you want to use your defensive ults, and I know that sounds counterintuitive, but the reason being defensive ultimates deny area. So if you throw a D.Va bomb, you leave a maze blizzard on the enemy team's flag, the enemy actually can't touch their flag, which gives your runner a window of opportunity to pick up the flag, and your whole team doesn't need to be there. And similarly, when you're running the flag, you want to use your supportive ultimates so that your runner doesn't die. It seems counterintuitive to use your defensive ultimates to pick up the flag and your offensive ultimates to protect the flag, but this works better in practice than it does in theory. At number 4, having stun heroes is a near must. You want to run a McCree, you want to run a Mei, or an Ana or something of the sort. These heroes will be your second line of defense against the enemy team. So if you see the enemy runner running with your flag, you might have an opportunity to stun them and deny them that movement speed that they might have, which gives your team an opportunity to kill them. Just make sure to communicate to your team when you are going for a stun, as this will be very important. At number 3, when chasing the enemy runner, try and split them from their team. This seems pretty self-explanatory, but you really want to make sure that you do this because what the enemy team will do is play a lot like a swarm. They'll use their bodies to protect their runner, and you won't be able to do a lot of damage to their runner. So what you want to really try and do is split them from their team. So if you see a Lucio going on a flank, keep him on that flank forever. This will allow your team to focus them more easily because your team gets a little notification that the enemy team has a flag, and your team can see the enemy runner's position at all times. So it's almost crucial that you have them split from their team. At number 2, play like a swarm. So you want to stick together with your runner. You want to all go and touch the flag at the same time. Well, be near the flag at least. And when you're running with the flag, make sure that your entire team stays right and tightly knit. This will allow all of the damage to be split across all 6 teammates. And you also will just have a lot better focus because you can call targets easier and your team will be one big death ball of enemy flag. And at number 1,
Burger King foot lettuce.
Nah, I'm just kidding. That's not actually it. So this one's a higher precedence than the rest, so make sure that you follow this one with number 1 priority. And that is, if both teams have the flag, make sure that you deliver your flag first. Make sure that you secure a point for your team before you go to try and kill the enemy team's flag runner. Doing so guarantees you at least 1 point, and if the enemy team also delivers your flag, then it's still an even fight. The only scenario which you wouldn't want to use your resources towards, delivering the enemy team flag is if the enemy team has 2 out of 3 points and you are down to like 1 out of 3 or 0 out of 3. In this case, yes, you might actually want to try and kill the enemy runner first because if they do score it, they will win. But if you are not to 2 out of 3, then use all of your resources to try and deliver your flag. So just remember, please, if both teams have the flag, delivering yours is priority. This is just going to be the biggest mistake that you could make if you try and expend your resources to killing the enemy team's flag runner. I hope these tips helped you guys out. Let me know what your favorite hero to play is in CTF. Personally, I like Lucio, but that's just because I like wall running. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget to leave a like, as this really helps us out and lets us know that you guys are enjoying the content. And don't forget to subscribe, as we have a lot of Overwatch League content and tips and tricks videos so that you can be the best Overwatch player that you can be. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Have a nice day. My name is Nathan, and this was Blizzard Guides.